don't know if I heard correctly, but it looks like we're going to be seeing Rich Brown versus I'm Hip, which would be
Olimar
a battle of the Olimars, old and new. I'm Hip showing the people in the 3DS version that Olimar is no slouch, and Rich Brown, the seasoned vet, recently rated 29th,
27th,
27th.
I mean, although I would absolutely say it should be higher than that. A lot of those rankings are
I have
really
to
iffy.
agree with you. I'm a little biased because Rich Brown is the one who exposed me to this wonderful scene out in SoCal when I first
are you a
moved
musician?
here. I am not a musician.
Oh,
but,
okay.
It's a long story.
Let's get back to the game. We'll get to that
a
later.
very hyped Olimar Ditto.
Yeah, actually, I heard from Zan. I can't. Just call me if I'm wrong, but that I'm Hip actually won this Olimar Ditto last SSS a couple weeks back. So.
I think he did, and I'm Hip.
And I know that Rich is someone more than almost any other that really studies his losses. You know, he talks about how he got better at Brawl. He's someone that avidly talks about the process he did to get to the top level he got to. And then one of the things he really said he always did was watch his losses. And I know he's on the same grind now that he was in the early days of Brawl, and maybe and then some. So
Rich Brown's out to prove a lot, and he's already proven a ton.
But he's not done yet, and he's going to study his losses, and we'll see what he does here. I mean,
on to this match, specifically in the Olimar Ditto, I think one of the things that will really separate a winner from a loser here is keeping track of your Pikmin versus their Pikmin.
Something that's interesting about this, a couple things to note, is that in this game,
taking
Rich,
that first stock with a convincing
with a really solid lead, yes. This matchup is so janky in this game. Not that it wasn't janky in Brawl, but man.
What's interesting is that, you know, an underrated technique he has is what you're seeing both players do is attacking out of that up B.
Yeah.
You'll notice a lot of characters that don't have a hitbox on their up B can still attack out.
There's a lot of things. Rich was telling me there's a lot of reasons to not be as afraid of Olimar in this game, pressure-wise, as you are in Brawl. It's really a lot easier to approach Olimar. His defense is not as strong, his pressure is not as strong, but Olimar has some great mind games and offensive options that he did not have in Brawl.
It's true.
You know, he has the pivot forward smash. He has the B. You know, there's a lot. I mean, I can't say I think he's as strong of a character as he was in Brawl, but he has some things, and if you can figure them out, it'll be really interesting.
You know, us in SoCal are a little biased because we have a lot of top-level Olimar players.
Yeah, from
in the lab and in tournaments, high-level positions. Last tournament, there were 2 in the top 10. I'm Hip being one of them.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to this match. Looks like I'm Hip has almost a full stock lead. You know,
just putting on that damage.
I mean, I've seen Rich make those sudden adaptations that win him games like this, and in a game that's only 2 stock, you know, I'm wondering to see if he can do that, you know. Like, wow, looks like Rich takes the stock, reads the roll, you know.
He's got a little climb to do, but if any character can attack that damage,
something
it's
to note about Rich is that since he has so much more top-level tournament experience, he's less likely to falter under pressured situations. So
it's very true.
So
an underrated part.
But looks like I'm Hip gets the
good read. Good read.
But what I was about to say is if Rich starts to come back, you know, even game-wise, if he wins the second game, he's more likely to be able to handle the pressure of the Game 3 situation than I'm Hip might be able to. So
more than most players I see is that even game to game within a set, Rich can jump his game a whole level.
Oh, Rich is great.
Download.
Like I've talked about Rich, how he watches his losses so carefully. Every game, every set. Even if he knows what happens, he still looks at them as soon as they're uploaded and makes sure he knows what happened. You know, Rich is like I was talking about that earlier. And let's see what happens this game.
We're back.
We're back. Yes, I'm Hip with the initial combo, First Blood, but Rich striking right back. Rich with the lead now.
It's interesting how they're keeping their Pikmin a little closer to the chest to start this match than the last one, where there were a lot.
There are a lot more throws. Yeah. I mean, I think they're still adjusting to the metagame, so they're both figuring out different things.
Well, and this Ditto in particular.
Yeah, no one really knows how this is supposed to be played yet. I'm sure when I talk to Rich about it later, I'll have some interesting things to say about how the Ditto is supposed to be played.
Wow. Just getting a lot of really strong reeds. That seems to be they're not also doing a lot different. It's the reads right now.
It's also that he's reading all Rich's aggressive options But the interesting thing about that is that Rich in Brawl was known for being the best Olimar specifically at reading. That was what he would read. He would read options that other people would just do option coverage. Like
there it is.
There it is. The strong up B. A little bit too predictable with that back air. You know, he did it 4 or 5 times, and I'm Hip was just hip to it. Anyway, it looks like Rich gets him back off stage. He's got to get that white Pikmin off. Oh, that stage spike, you know.
Strong stage fight
Strong
from Rich,
stage
and
fight,
we're
yeah.
back to neutral.
We're back to neutral.
Relatively speaking,
Relatively
in an
even,
Olimar
yeah.
match.
Oh, but I'm Hip gets that.
I'm Hip's on those strings.
The down throw strings, yes. Oh, Rich.
And something to note about I'm Hip's play as Olimar right now is just
Oh,
he
wow.
will not let a Pikmin stay on him.
No, he will not.
He's just making sure that he's not letting Rich get any extra damage. His priority is to keep the Pikmin off of him.
Oh, wow, the pivot forward smash.
And it pays off. I'm
was
Hip
a-
a convincing set
Rich
win.
does not look too happy about that.
But you know what? Like you said, he's just going to go
He's
back
just
to
gonna
these
go
tapes.
back.
He's going to
He's gonna go back
study
to
it
these
up
and
and look
he's-
to that next time.
I mean, I